What's up, guys? Nintenjoel here once again, and I have another pickup video for you guys. What a big surprise. I'm just full of pickup videos. So yeah, I've got a few different things from a few different places and a few different people. The first one's actually just a garage sale pickup. Actually, the first two are garage sale pickups. I went to a yard sale on the way to work, and this lady had really nothing of interest. She had a few like disc-only games that really weren't very good. I think they were like PS2 games. And I asked if she had any handheld games, and here's a tip for you guys. If you guys ask for console games, a lot of times people will say no, but sometimes when you ask for like Game Boy or DS, people like click in their head and they're like, oh yeah, those are video games too. And yeah, sometimes they kind of remember, and that's exactly what happened. She was like, no, I don't have any video games. And I said, no, nothing like, like Nintendo, like DS or Game Boy. And she was like, oh yeah, you know what? I actually think my son does have some Game Boy Advance and DS games. So she went inside, was in there for a few minutes, and her son had assembled this little cardboard box filled with like 9 mostly DS games and a few Game Boy Advance games. None of them were of interest except for one, and that was Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. Great RPG. I love Dragon Quest games. They just are awesome. And yeah, I think it was $3, and those like go for at least 10 or 15 bucks. So yeah, very good score right there, even if it is only cartridge, and yeah, it does save and everything. So yeah, be sure to ask about handheld systems. And actually, I have another tip for you guys, because the same day I picked up a Guitar Hero guitar for an Xbox 360, and it was in really good shape, and it was only $2, and I never picked those up. When I picked up a Wii lot months ago, it had a Wii guitar in it, and it gave me quite a bit of credit at a local game store, and I was actually surprised by that. So just by chance, I picked up this Xbox 360 guitar because it was in such good shape, took it in for store credit, and lo and behold, they gave quite a bit of credit for it. So keep your eyes out for good deals on those if they're in good condition. That's tip number 2 for you guys. Alright, so another sale I went to, totally in the ghetto, nice people. They actually shop at my store where I work, and they recognized me, and they said they didn't have games at the moment, but they had some that they could probably dig out, and that they'd give me a call if I left them my number. I did leave them my number, and lo and behold, the very next day, this never happens, like the very next day they gave me a call and were like, yeah, we got a few games. And there wasn't a whole lot that interested me, but it was funny, the one that I went over there for, I picked up, opened it up, no disc. They didn't know where the disc was at all, so that was kind of disappointing. But I did pick up 2 things, and the first one is, without dropping everything, I got Spawn Armageddon for PlayStation 2. And this looks pretty cool. Looks like a third-person adventure game, and I love Spawn. Image comics are pretty cool, especially back in the day. So yeah, Spawn Armageddon. Oh, and it's like complete, really nice. So that's sweet. I think that was $2, and then I believe this was $2 as well. And this was definitely cool. It doesn't need to be buffed for sure, but it's a disc only of Tales of the Abyss for PlayStation 2. I do not have that game, and I would like to actually get a complete copy of that game. So yeah, but anyways, thank you, random garage sale people. That is awesome. And then so my buddy Garrett, who hooked me up with the TurboGrafx controller, and he's hooked me up with a few other things. That Lunar punching doll, that thing was awesome. He had a couple more things that I wanted from him, and I owed him like $7 from our last transaction. So I went over to his house and paid him back $7 and said, what you got? And he said, I have one cheapo game that you said that you were after, and that was Ikari Warriors. And I was like, sweet. What I did not know was that it was in box, so that's cool. Box is a little beat up, but it was like $5. It's got the little foam in it, it's got the instructions, Ikari Warriors, fuck yeah. So that's pretty cool. If you guys don't know what Ikari Warriors is, it's like a like overhead shooter like Commando, and yeah, it's cool. It's got decent graphics for time, and old overhead like run and gun game, fun stuff. And then the other thing I was really after was this right here, this bad boy right here. First console of the day. I got another one for you over there too. This is definitely amazing. This is the PS1 with the obviously the screen attachment hooked up to it. And yeah, it came with the original hookups, came with the original controller, And it looks really nice. I was actually surprised with the screen quality and surprised with the sound quality. It's actually really loud. I was surprised at that. This is going on every road trip with me forever. Like, I can't see how I live my life without this. So, yeah, from now on, this is my new baby. I freaking love this. Thank you very much, Garrett. Very much appreciate it. So awesome. So there's the PS1 with screen. Pretty stoked about that. Oh, and that was $30. What a steal. That was freaking amazing steal. Okay, so my buddy Dan, the one that I got the Sega Pico from, and like Blazing Lasers on TurboGrafx from, and a bunch of other stuff, he decided to sell me a bunch of cool stuff, including some boxes of games, a couple of which I didn't actually have, but they were really cool boxes and something that I'm on the lookout for anyways. And most of them I did have the games for, and it's just kind of cool to complete a game. So the first one came with box and cart. I don't remember. I don't think it has anything else in it. Nope, nothing else. Nobunaga's Ambition, and yes, I have been practicing how to say that. Nobunaga's Ambition is like one of those tactical games from way long ago of yore. One of the KOEI games. You know, there's so many of them. Never really got into them, but I'm willing to give them a try now that I'm an adult. Actually, when I was a kid and a teenager, I tried and just didn't have the patience. Now I have a little bit more patience. And strategy, tactical games seem a little more interesting to me, so I might check that one out. And then a game that I've had since I was a freaking kid, Ultima Exodus. This box is a little beat up. Definitely beat up on this side, but the other side's kind of pretty. And I did actually have my instruction booklet from when I was a kid, so got to put that in there. And yeah, Ultima Exodus. Hell yeah, that's freaking sweet. And another one I had, Faxanadu. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do not have the instruction booklet for this one, though. That kind of sucks, but no big deal. Yeah, no, most of these were just a few bucks each. I can't even really remember how much each. The best one of the Nintendo ones. This is pretty awesome. I do not have this game, the Cryon Conquest. I am actually after this game right now. If anybody that is watching my channel happens to have a copy of this game and they're willing to trade for something they need, maybe I'll dig something up for you. But yeah, after the Cryon Conquest, it's a Mega Man clone where you're like a wizard. And yeah, it looks really cool and it's getting kind of sought after. So I figured I better pick up the box while I can, and especially for the price that I got it for. I think this one was like $5, maybe $10. I don't know. That one was a little bit more expensive. But I also got 3 Super Nintendo boxes. One he just kicked down to me, and that is Pitfall: The Mayan Adventure. Hell yeah, that is freaking sweet. Fun game. A lot of people hate on that game. I thought it was actually kind of fun. And Inindo, Way of the Ninja. This game I do not have, also like the Cryon Conquest, and it's a game that I am quite after. Yeah, it looks like kind of an RPG with slight tactical elements to it, and kind of fast-paced, and yeah, it just looks kind of fun. So yeah, Inindo, looking for that. Again, same things, Cryon Conquest. Anybody watching, by any chance, if you have a copy and you want to trade it, let me know. And actually, that one's not very expensive. I just need to like buy that one. That one's like $10. But yeah, if anybody does have it for trade, I will definitely do a small trade for that one because it's just one of those weird games nobody talks about, and it looks like something I would really like. And the last box I got, oh yeah, oh yeah, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This is one of the games that I got with my system. When I bought my Super Nintendo when I was a teenager, by myself with my money, I got it with Link to the Past, and I got it with Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 6 in Japan. But yeah, that box is in awesome condition. I already put it in a protector, and I actually had the instruction manual and the map from when I was a teenager, so that's all in there as well. So yeah, good to go. I stole the insides, the white cardboard thing from a game I didn't like as much. Shoved that in there because all these were just box only. So anyways, more stuff from Dan. Oh yes, okay. So these came together, Jurassic Park and the Genesis 3. Yeah, you can't beat that. It was with the deal. I didn't need Jurassic Park, but you know, it's a good little trader. And in fact, I think I already traded the copy. This is my copy now that I think about it. And Genesis 3, I've been after this for a little while. This thing is tiny, and actually it's what I'm using right now. I know it's not the best way to play Genesis games, but it's so small and portable, and I have so many systems hooked up that I just put this on top of my like GameCube. Not this GameCube down here that you guys probably can't see anyways, but I have another GameCube displayed over there, and I just like stack it on top of there. And yeah, it's tiny. This thing is freaking so small. It's awesome. I love it. I've been after one of those for a while. So yeah, and then I got 3 TurboGrafx games from him. Who the hell gets 3 TurboGrafx games? That shit's crazy. I do, and he had a great price on them. Dude, I can't help it. If I see a TurboGrafx game, and he had like 6, I had to pass on 3 of them because I was broke. But yeah, I could not pass on these. Deep Blue, it's a side-scrolling shooter, and it's underwater side-scrolling shooter, and it's quite hard, I might add. Pretty fun though. Yeah, Deep Blue is awesome. So all 3 I got were shooters. The other one was R-Type. Everybody's familiar with R-Type. Also a side-scrolling shooter. Nice upgrading system for weapons. Really cool looking and fun. And the last one I got, arguably the best, is Aero Blasters. I really had a fun time playing Aero Blasters, but yeah, another shooter. So that is sweet. Thank you very much, Dan, for that awesome, awesome deal. I think that's it from him. Yes, it is. Moving on to the next thing. Okay, so the next little story we have, I went to the game store, local game store, and caught them slipping on 2 things. 2 things in one day. Pretty awesome. You don't usually catch game stores slipping, especially this chain of game stores. But yeah, I did catch them slipping on one thing. There are cheap Flintstones games, and there's super expensive Flintstones games, and there's games like this that are like kind of like uncommon and like in the middle. I got this for $3, and it's like almost a $20 game. Oh yeah, the price tag's still on it. $2.99. Flintstones on Genesis. Label's a little messed up, but yeah, this is like $15-20 generally. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Not only that, but actually maybe a recommended game for today. This is actually a fun game. I really like it. If you find it for cheap, be sure to pick up the Flintstones for Genesis. Had a lot of, blah 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 blah. I had a lot of fun playing that, and Jake came over and played it, if I remember correctly, and he liked it too. Okay, so the other thing that I caught him slipping on was actually in their back room again. I don't know why they always have gems back there, like they're waiting for, I don't know, Christmas to put these out. I don't know what their problem is, but anyways, they did have a very nice complete in box copy of Truxton. I had a cart-only copy that I had bought for like $12 a couple years ago at a game store. Caught them slipping back then too, and it was a different game store. And yeah, I ended up getting the box game and manual with this for like $40, which is a great price. And I already traded out the extra cartridge, and yes, now I have a complete in box copy of Truxton, which is just amazing. And this is the question of the day. What is your favorite cover art of a video game? This is one of my favorites, Truxton for Genesis. How does this not scream, play me? That is just amazing. If I didn't know what this game was, I would still want to play this. Just looks amazing. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what your favorite cover art is for video games. And also, have you guys ever checked out the cover arts to Amiga games? I never had, but a friend of mine named Matt actually was posting pictures of Amiga art on my local gaming group, and it's amazing. I would definitely recommend just Google imaging like Amiga cover art or something like that. Okay, so, haha, caught the game store slipping twice, dumbasses. Alright, so, yeah, I'm not really too big of fans of that game store. I'm not going to name any names, but yeah. So, the last thing I got was actually from Jake. Good old Jake. I always talk about him because he's always got great trades for me. I don't know if you remember, not that long ago, I got a copy of Tail Concerto in like mint condition, complete in box, from a Goodwill for really cheap. I thought for some reason he didn't have it. Turns out he did. Offered him a trade. He totally wanted it, and I got this. I have been after this for years. I passed this up in a pawn shop one time when I was like 20, like literally years and years ago. Maybe I was 25, and it was like $25, I think, and I passed on it because I was broke. Same stupid story. Should have went back. Did go back. It was gone, and yeah, just never ran into it again. This is missing the little soundtrack disc, but that's it. Other than that, it's complete. It's got the map. It's got the nice booklet. I mean, this is just so freaking cool. If you guys don't know about Working Designs games, they just put a lot of thought and effort into their packaging, and definitely a company that was responsible for some great, great games. So yes, thank you very much, Jake. I've been on the lookout for Lunar, Silver Star's story for a long time, especially, you know, all the nice big box edition, and I hear there's alternate covers of this. I don't know a whole lot about this. I'm going to have to look it up, but I hear there's alternate covers for this game. But yeah, really awesome. I'm going to beat this game soon. Really need to play it. So, that's all I have for you guys. Many, many pickups galore, 2 systems, awesome games, ridiculous amount of cool boxes, and TurboGrafx games. That's what I call a successful pickup video right there. This took place over probably about a month time, though. But yeah, what did you guys think of the video? Let me know in the comments below. More than that, though, let me know. What's your favorite box cover art? Or cover art box? Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, let me know what your favorite is. That's always an interesting subject to me. And if you want to see more videos by me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's down there. It's red and it says subscribe. And thumbs up the video if you liked it. And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you very much for watching as usual. You guys are amazing. And yeah, keep rocking the retro games.